Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Yes.
First one, Okoye. Now he was hinging on principles be patriotism,
yes,
honesty and discipline. Now coining as PhD. And then along the lines now somewhat another slogan be the voice of the voiceless.
Yes.
And they ababijina employment. Has it changed from the core principles of the patriotism, honesty and discipline, Anna?
Hey, we feed you have a time you see me so be see busa question. We say Juma no ya che. We be open free. Oh bra. I'm say I can form penifo ka say be say bi okutogu hwegum. At the end of the day, no, to mediate better the lives of people.
Yeah.
Bettering the lives of people, no just say one more I won't hear or move. And a normal a former brabo who also say, you know, what this answer say any day at all.
Yeah.
Now, yes, what you have some underlying principles who as a leader, I will say a day, a board, and I say guide. Sebiu. In Ghana, one of your biggest challenges is unemployment.
Yeah.
Especially graduate unemployment. We share statistics we are seeing and then we share World Banker.
Yeah.
One more statistics current statistics on unemployment. One more say by 2013, a Juma Oba Sub-Saharan Africa in Ipa Ebesheshe. And it through the growing economy, so now war from Ghana, only Africa, and Asia, and Mubika Krano. Job seekers bear 1.2 billion. And on mobile sorry, so Mupenyuma.
Wow, 1.2 billion.
Yes, that's 1.2 billion job seekers. Bear 800 million of those jobs today. Any hokra, unya. Those jobs, one more World Bank describes that those jobs will be non-existent. As more I can near you. By 2030 years, there will be 1.2 billion job seekers. But out of that 1.2 billion job seekers, 800 million of those jobs will not be existent. So, by Nipa day, this is a Nipa bridge money day. Even free, we are seeing na be a baker standard there. Sododo, the family be brimoha.
Yeah.
Oba. One more year research, MI data on the employment and unemployment issues Ghana by a from Ghana Statistical Service.
Yeah.
Ghana Statistical Service is one also about Ghana unemployment rate 14%. Now man nada one here be say 14% there from me chirashi mu say busa say one ko mo ye adwuma kra say mo ye employed no one mo asetere mu ye dey say.
Yeah.
So, because the same Ghana Statistical Service say, one more 80% of them, one more salary no 3,000. Now look at them, you're so more fun on the higher scale because say we civil servants free one more young crown be brave or one more salary be brave and more 1,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, my question. And things I say, where they actually bill.
Yeah.
If you water bill, Krum in the old baby.
Yeah.
We are the mommy and son. Well, which school fees and then cry the Aqua school. Now they are fee on Tadaka. And the other sorry. You're about for dear. Brunya soba. What the people call as fee. So, and now while some crowds bring at others over there. And the Krum Hana de, a Yanoma Miro. It does a magic in any party day, a bobra. And now say a kind of cratcher and hopa. A lot of times for survivor.
Yeah.
Because well, me won't say man ye ba ko an faha anya say any faha wa hia wa ukrum the decent life will be enya ono ane me muntimi nya dey enya bi. People are living the American dream na dey enya dey so the basic necessities are and many people live the decent life. And dey utimi adwuma 10 years over also utimi nya decent accommodation.
Yeah.
Roofing accommodation. Okay, Abraham Maslow's theory of needs now. What's the accommodation there? The basic one. And so in the baby, I know what I do, Mutibede, Ebeto. But the Muhano. we call pension, yeah, Juma 20-30 years, been 60-65, Boko pension, no one ever needed to. We call also for us, America to offer us for so crowd more than day. And check now with him. Because I dream at the pressure ever also the basic necessities of life.
So this is a war, self-actualization.
Yes. Why me the over the crack. Make up with say. We and also cry everywhere. We is 80% no at the end everywhere. Ghana Statistical Service no word must make a say 20% of Ghanaians one live in abject poverty.
Yeah.
In the end, a camera Kwesi will be a great day.
Yeah.
Now, a quan bear soon a befaso, a timmy, a yisa problem way, another challenge where the effort. And sadly, no, this challenge, any event is being systemic.
Yeah.
A bambia so not and one acquire day, eba. Maybe no say. Would it to quite so Canada, or UK. Oko US, oko Denmark. Odi nkuku ya mabukura de papa. Ghana for nkwara wonoma to abusuan sase e de abusuan koku asi awowa in the name of say ye ku school abochi so nye school no moko. Ko Canada won so. Woko na be mu ani nyina ye de school akoni asheda ko trele papers. No mo akope wu betwi. The decent life na was obi atimi live with the chrome no. Yeah there. Oh sorry ah. Yeah say wutimi etukwan sana the basic necessities of life what it may dey enya. Yeah you chrome. It is a Ghanaian dream no there. It's almost becoming a luxury.
Yeah.
Ah, to kwa upobia. Adia wu krum kwa no sabi o amano ne mfa nyo no. Wu krum no ane de ebe. We need a pragmatic intervention. What is that pragmatic intervention? Here will be they say will be creating jobs on kwa, but it's also to create job creators, entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Can asem ninano enuma sem nina wonderful. Of my example be.
Yeah.
Me mom penny for me no we be random lady edimi do my mom beat say be a penny be say zoom lion.
Okay.
So yeah we be enuma na ma be penny be say Kwarteng.
Yeah.
For say Kwarteng ni zoom lion omo mienu na wo Ghana ha. No be at me 4,000 workers.
Yeah.
Na wonya o man penny a wo say ono no ba no oba no obe build Kwarteng ni zoom lion mako 1,000 Ghana in a space of 4 years. No be any capacity to employ 1,000 workers. Now for automatically you've created 1 million jobs.
Yeah.
That is leadership.
It's simple, sir.
I don't think it's about simple. It has more to do with say leader know that world and the priorities obey. So for the about 3 years. One must say simple, sir. By any priority. So it has more to do with matter of priority than whether or not it's a simple or complex.
Lord, people say it's one thing being in private sector where you create jobs. It's another being like a president where you have the constitution.
Yes.
Do you believe that, Honorable Ken, the experience, the exposure when you at the private successes when you private sector no obetumi a translate at the governance where there's a constitution which is also guiding him, unlike a private sector which may you be with my phobia and stuff like that. Do you think it's a matter of personality, leadership, and now say a system no and man come on in so yet?
Bob Busani papa na the mama need interview say build the points near Seba. So the leadership traits in the idea honesty, patriotism, discipline. You can have the experience in private sector, but who needs underlying principles or the in public sector you will feel.
Exactly.
And as underlying principles here guiding the mandatory bobra Utimi succeed in the private sector now, you can also succeed in governance. Because so utimi be adwuma wo ye mamu ha. Na ECG for frustrated be frustrated. GRE for frustrated be frustrated wo krom ha. As no make no everybody has his own experience. And banks frustrated be frustrated krom ha. Na ye nkofu asebio ensese nya papa ntino workers ankasa so atete be tete krom ha. Now good must now to me be coastal, the biggest coastal in Africa. It be the biggest coal store in West Africa. It be the biggest steel plant in Africa.
Yeah.
Recently, the rubber factory be there as I become.
Okay.
A mountain starch factory. And the food juice company, yeah, and also Obi Unikromi. Uyi and Ukrefiwa, a crown quan alone, or 277 houses. And if you had that hoka, any party, it was out say, so one garden boy.
Yeah.
And all one security person, and all one cleaner, multiplied by 277 houses on, or creating how many jobs? 3 by 277. For one person to be able to manage this, couple will say, oh, manage the mama, 22. Now, one with my president, I say, Ken Ghana. Nobody. For you to be able to manage this, and you require the character traits of discipline, courage, honesty, patriotism.
Yeah.
And so now you'll be able to succeed in this. And your problems in this country is not about ideas. It's about implementation, enforcement. Implementation and enforcement. The discipline and having that courage is saying our person. Oh yeah. Now I'm saying my muha. They be a midway example. Say, Omaya sebi lanku se tremwa. They do traffic lighter. I saw red and uchem. I so normal way my
very.
Utri anye ye kwa bunya police no say jina o asalo tuno.
Yeah.
Yeah my muha.
Say blacker. Say blacker.
Blackout.
Una musa.
Yeah my muha. Basic enforcement on sanitation laws.
Update.
Nobody questions it.
Yeah.
And these are road safety. Your highways. How many number of deaths do we record in a year? So normalized, so institutionalized.
Yeah.
We don't even care.
Yeah.
Only how to curb this. We don't need rich ideas. You don't need anything. You just need leadership of enforcement. End of story.
Yeah.
But you're taught that you need until me who Rollins kakra society taught that you need a blend of Rollins and you need a blend of that pragmatism. So I don't know. You can say your problem is my common sense approach.
Yeah.
And this is your problem is if you have to address it in your rocket science, it's a common sense approach. You say nurse if we use school you see a top plane 1.2 billion. Compared to nurses, no we go to top plane in 2 years, and then nurses individual lives or more livelihood. Which one would you want to balance? What the tools and papa because so nurses even if you employ 10,000 workers now job tax if you within 4 years playing with at the same time as one nurses now more livelihood almost connected to them almost but if the priority say ye job play 1.2 billion in the name of say we need a plane as a state, where lies your priority? And you don't know but the common sense approach to any reasonable person, me as a leader and somebody like you, plane you in your plane it can wait. Here nurse for some my day to also save lives.
No, one assign actually. So Osha the stala ebia or the beer juma any ne pepa or the boakana Tamsa because yana na noiding. Do you see that burning desire inside him? I say Ghana should succeed. Ghana should not be poor. But because you don't have power, because you don't have that leadership role, who executing the money be yana adding? Do you see that genuineness in him?
I think it stems also from his track record.
Okay.
And beyond the track record, you also have to juxtapose what Obama said. Bro, visiting Ghana.
Yeah.
Or say there are two things that Ghana is high in extension Africa. Or see a weak leadership and weak institutions.
Yeah.
Now institutions don't become strong by themselves.
Yeah.
It takes strong leadership.
Yeah.
So and into that they be almost say, oh, can't say. We are not selling a white handkerchief to you.
Yeah.
We are not selling a spotless candidate to you. By a ton candidate, I want to bet my head added to me.
Yeah.
Now candidate and a near day say, obey me, I'm making your institutions stronger to make your my head. No, you're your turn say your turn for the track record of that candidate.
Okay.
Now, Bawumia in his private life, what has he been able to achieve?
Yeah.
What does he stand for?
Yeah.
To mission the party for any catch any party say, yeah. Is he able to go against the odds? Is he able to be the single person? We are seeing now say I no who say and I or not you say
yeah.
Obviously, but also on the being where they is he able to stand by his principles? As for the desire, what is his track record?
Okay.
One person or no Ghana for Marco Lebanon, and even the state does not have the capacity, or maybe the state had the capacity, but it wasn't a priority.
Yeah.
And one person say me chata play the mimisi ketria na Ghana for this year and the woman will be an shredding call confirm my in and record for Bako. Yene Madam Nato Shikoi.
Yeah.
We'll make his answer Baku Pijan as a American. Now I
oh, a living witness.
Yes.
Wow.
What's on your TSS or Muna, Manaka, Agyapong, or Ghana, the planes or made 600 of them. Hotel Momokodai. This is Kennedy Agyapong.
My man who can cry.
Oh, who that? Be a can about round San Obihuno.
Oh,
and the Nato Shiba now, when we say be a can also better.
Baby. Your Babity. Oh,
or delegates. Intended himself to have one vote. Yes.
Johanna Samson Kenya Micha phrase honorable back Kofanachi Teaching Hospital. Now I'm say oncology department they have some challenges I'm say machine bill say radiography or other. Oh, you know na papa paying $146,000. Now we check it back in the cinema. And it was spontaneous.
Yes.
Oh, I want now your call baby. Now best been the following week not the best, and the mattresses. Abba.
Kolabudi and Usi.
Yeah.
37. And Usi Center. Akoma ho yare ni ade behwehwe mu ni ade no. One machine alone out to $3 million. Wato. Na sebi obuza ho say de no wo je ne ma 22 inti sebi obi e no yes ka.
Omkara na obi akra bobra.
Obi abobra. Na say enkwara wo mu obi so ba wo.
Ebi ba ku ye ko ne ade ni graduation of Boston. What you say no. Never pan me akra yare.
But the principle is one. And yes, oh, okay, cool. But the penacra say, Ubi be the wire to save life. One more be go through that process or hospital. Look at who will be.
Yeah, true.
Because not just okay. Boy, be an anno your bar. Thank you to her. Member be born a second.
Yeah.
You drew her. I know ra or say, her boy, then echo say, no, who said, Obi at the form. Say how. Me say, Meno Casana, Adiatiana, you're the best I could supply. Wheelchairs, Dana also wheelchairs 100 of them. And you me who nipa so you passionate more than this person. So person will share my Ghana your problems here they solve. Me now we assess of course or nipa what I say. You be on the strength, you be on the shortcomings. But in terms of what Ken has lived for. Anna, if you ever say a normal way for sure. But there are few ones. Now no me kwatria ko bompae. And yes, you know, if you just so baby. Anna, me yonko ba hoka so free ni pa bia na bisha. Boy ni ba no immigration ni.
Okay.
Ana o chia am no ni medim ko no so o mdo bompae sa kan be de beba o. Na me so da ken de immigration ni de. Hwe wo so e wajuma ken efo ho be. O so, the now fofo bi na no pa bi. O mo so o ma frustrated. E wa brabo no mo ko ken fi akopɛ djuma. No mo say no bunim no mo say yenko ye kwa na pam ye kra be dey ye better the gate no no di echi o mo so mo ye 7 boys o mo duru ano ye course ye from immigration doesn't know the guys, and this is not just an event, it's his way of life.
Now lawyer, we are talking to lawyer Kwesi Kwarteng on our Kasama Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and the Ashanti region on Honorable Natoshi in our ha ye omondi delicates she share dinko and now by kobi so ha kobi amo also a lawyer ni mapa. I'll come to him and chebia, but lawyer, maybe you can educate me. Ghana for perception be say asimesi de on the nisu then a bang wouldn't could the president asimesi de o share nisu the bang na wouldn't could the president ye categorize deeper binum say we the fine or sefata with the or sefata baby every sa flamboyant nyamano any here and now we need a very practical person who understands our problems and he has those solutions. When he has power he can implement that.
Well, I'm saying I kind of say country be our culture.
Yeah.
And what the people respond to. Me also say be a Kent American or president Kenya Demano.
Yeah.
But to be P or my business Ghana, we are people of culture, we are people of values.
Yeah.
And no matter your strength there is a reasonable expectation from you.
Yeah.
Now who man for no so ne asetena ne abrabo mo ye de etim se bi okura e wodwa ato ahene wo no ye no kura kan so ye de e form kakra enti we will be when you so see a wo kan okura bebre na the culture of the people will try to stand against you.
Yeah.
Hey, Kwesi Kwarteng ya de bone onim Kwame de nkrenti onim se Kwame wani munyam tin ne abisi Kwame so wa me kwa no atutu ntuma ne de boamu ade e de aso ma transport so betofo wo na kwara na it is not me to so Kwesi more fast the way emeso nyama nenka Ken will not allow that obaka so Kwame me bu pa me fero ba do we de enye djuma e mamra no enye djuma. The typical Ghanaian culture na beka so kan you tu no dodo kan you dwe kan ya homaso kan di wontini pakra ase enye nyina yo fast ye de eno ye nyina yo fast so na ye de ese kru no. And yeah, no understand from the cultural perspective who we are. Then who say generally no sana Ghana no you respond to normal. But I also admit, say Ghanaians we are generally modest people.
Yeah.
And very conservative. And so when we are kind so you also have to also balance it and look at the mood of the people and look at also the mood of the nation.
Yeah.
And then now we can speaking based on issues.
Yeah.
Based on fact. Or an evidence-based campaign. Was say I have a bar northern part no asase bebre wa ha enti me make sure say in the northern part of the country no and the food have not for only Ghana but for Africa.
Yeah.
It is say no so no, that balance is also coming. Oh nipa enye bibia ken aye bia ana say be 100%. That's why I made the case say nobody is selling a 100% candidates for you. Yan talk about for nye dey emma. One more I so omo ye humble, omo ye na humility na bedi. Ghanaians will be more interested in who can create jobs for them than who appears to be humble. And a lot of humble now has been a template. See, I try to a script and play by it.
Yeah.
But say or the TOBR lifestyle privately. Humble. There are also people who say no, they don't see that to be humbleness. They see that to be weakness.
Okay.
Yeah. What I say?
Yeah.
But over. Me say at the end of the day, what will Ghanaians be interested in? Say nipa ni betima pa adwuma ma. Say nipa ni betima solve problems, the indiscipline, the unemployment issues, and the basic challenges that confront us as a city. Nipa ni betima solve one as untimide. Unfortunately for us, you define a certain template of what a presidential material should be. But we say fitting kruma person. I define a template of what presidential material should be. Productivity ben yetima. Afi je nkwa IMF.
There we are.
President Ben Abba, the regime on fire IMF.
Yeah.
First industrial evolution, second industrial evolution, third and fourth industrial evolution. Yes, humble.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Singapore. Papa yoba Singapore, Cuba ni guy, Botswana ni guy in Nancy, China ni. Humility assembly. But I also agree that the leader, you have to meet your people halfway. Ken is not an arrogant guy. He's just a bold and assertive person. But unfortunately, Ken there, Ken there, what do see as a party?
Yeah.
You. Now no Congress called Tamale. The whole party, no matter party, parties Kenya will be as in 2014, it took a single man to single-handedly sponsor the entire conference of the party. Here, called election. A single man can donate 150 pickups to the party. A single man could donate $2 million to the party. Now, no, the acquire stadium high.
Yeah.
Baku for 4 million Lego. Now, the Sikasa dear Wimina. As I the Sika in our side, Ghana mine. Now, the same party now, when I know one incident to Kwesi or Koforia say, Gabi, Media 2. Osafo President Akufo-Addo nem penifo kakra no moshia party for next we dey party a few nkomo na nya party ni penny record nkomo na ohunu mu die no a statement Osafo make here sa statement no e de mente me ho ase ne menase pobi ebeto asantefo ne achemfo ye de some kind of superiority statement bi na owie ye no no record one fan come MPP station no de come Accra FM a pro NDC station so omo can't tell us any power with me for saying to say MPP for in Kwesi for the honor if free context is very important now this guy say now the corner say how will you describe it? It's communication issue e be Kwesi Kwarteng me music say the make say ade akoye the yansa nya dey enim but obi oduro this guy ade na odo party no how obe fa no dey different can go can we say can presidential material how do they define presidential material? A successful businessman. Who are his major competitors? Aside Brian, who I respect so much, so also in his private life, or also in Nebino, he should be her background and what he has been able to achieve within the same space will be within the political space. Nipa no no tima ya no man mubo bosu nyina no. Yesi wonu mumu nye presidential material. Enko bi akum. How they've been able to respond and treat their own people. Near who is a presidential material. But it's also not a way to also say baby okay when they require improvement more on your day. Or any part. But Bawumia, nipa se mreyo, untimi nipa. Abronye kasa chuchi ne kasa tantai, akodi the president go for akodi Duncan William. Sem go force Dr. Bawumia ntia papa no because no dem. And also obetima peke up he should also show strength. Ken yes Ken so akoma ye dey e was ro e bibia na also react sa ono so usua ono so ye dey e ba fom say na Ken ampa aka Abronye na say dey na temi we say go fire back but say ko no so di jaba akwa ye dey atom ba kwa me di wi no ade ba kwa me di so no say 99% of Kenya presidential material ni nyina and abaya de sua de amame Kwesi Kwarteng amete de bia me tumi nua ko before me say hwe so that we defend obi aho bi enso fa no make sure say wo baby de ejina just how hwe enso no be fa obi 99% of Kenya presidential material nyina ye bra na ehie obi obe kire me masem ehwu akokodu ama party no Ken only anasa we issue that investigation anasa fa bi ma no but Ken who say acquire anasa the party ni faso stop na be say party Sabro you be a bonensem. And now far from also be contested Dr. Bawumia they say your presidential material. If you ask us of course I feel say some of the descriptions no equated and they be on your konya de konkanesa. But if you ask us they get me describe Akufo-Addo e wo TV so na no bogu. The president of the land. And obi anka hwenche no. And Agyapong sorry etiana yes Agyapong bomu ano ya na so pekasa. Well, the list can go on. You can take each of the cases one by one. Yes, I can impemasem omuma obi onutimi charter flight. Ekofa says a mama kuma stranded 600. Na state and it wasn't a priority to the state. Single-handedly pays it. Also no impemasem. Yes, one pass off wasem. I can't subay the obo sorry. Asofo mi bisa na mbisa mi nua baako me say okwa sorry bo say me Roman me say what is what the Roman asofo atem say there me say me praise be what is what the praise of biako there be mahama kwa assemblies na be na say can go di assemblies ni bi atem these are charlatans and nkofo a wono mu abuse nyame adwuma edi nkofo ajapade eni nkofo yermu ese nkofo fie they are breaking homes and the man talks about it baako for to be packet cars 15 in the name of last week as 15 no ntwa tax about hokra. Okay, no illegal connection. Ken Kokan, you say no one can because touch not my anointed. How do you even define who is anointed in the first place? Okay. How do you define it? Anyway, touch not my anointed. If you are to extend that logic, Obi anointed. You can say, are they Christ a year over 2,000 years ago? Christ, you saw them who are not more saying that he stood as the biggest and the greatest and the first apostle to condemn that. I take it 2,000 years, and in our jurisdiction and in our time, can estimate what Christ did.
Right here on Pure 95.7, lawyer Kwesi Kwarteng, and I don't know Agyapong Kumui. Kobi, mami misa we, me mo achaza, me samo akwaba.
Me that's it.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, why a member of parliament, close to 20 years or
24?
24 years. Okay. So you'll be a Unimrapa, Shamrapa, Boagana, my 18th Mrapa. Presidency, Mra, so Anna, Yede Ebu Mino. Do you think, sir, so obey President Obetim Dembara Ayajuma is a CB ordena coma? Ne sa the private adina or no at the about governance. We are so say Emra and Chino P. Sans Emran Bibi Yana Ebua a chiche president no who's so with me. I'm managing with our laws to govern the country.
That's it. I'm a chair with you for. I'm say pure had it. This is the first time ever. Time I'm in your opportunity to show now. Angel. Now, honorable, I said, why am I more parliament for 24 years?
Yeah.
And in fact, Emrado Dona Krana Ebia Siseno, Eddie Jumano.
Yeah.
He's in an integral part of it. From even Nanoya Ebe Face, we can know chairperson of the Defense and Intelligence Committee. Now, I'm paying what the man Ejuma. Emrano Ebo say on your lawyer. But our lawyer for around him said the young church more yentiase and the fine Jumano. At least Omebuano, I'm an Atiase and Sidosi Juma too. Even at the private sector, no, it might be breaching through. Especially in Juma Oye, JIPC laws, even importation, the Companies Act, it might be breaching, no. But say, oh, pass over there, no. I did be our person, but I see when this one there. Lawyer for no more as on guide on how to do it within the legal remits. Now, Honorable Kennedy, experience as legislator, lawmaker, notice them, right? Yeah, they say. Now, only goes no there. The hear say, what you say, any way, number semi ye. Mrenim for ne or more no hono. Omobeche no kwaya on your day, or fanfaso. Yemam Penini President Mahama. John Sonia lawyer.
Yeah.
But or parliament. See, from everyone say in that lies, no, a same trajectory.
Yeah.
The experience from parliament. Any day and the lawyer for Marita Brumo and Dr. Inemo, a church, no. About Emrano and Yoma Pesoyano and Odi Ejuma. See, I can't know na. See, why na Juna so per se you go through constitutional review process. But in the Oman Penini, another example. One penny Donald Trump.
Yeah.
On your lawyer. But so pe Obia America legal regime. One man change kese pa Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Every we can lawyer say a word. On your lawyer, but he cares about the law. If he say, Omaino, Oman penny biana a policy. But policy be a person biano. Ebe translating into law.
Yeah.
Into the other chain say, maybe the many that soon say, may A, B, C, D. Now, omutufu no actually say, I had the person ya Emrano, Edifa say, a poor Hokrana, I said the parliament, not parliament, maybe Emrano. Yes, the same man I am gugum. And I am create a certain legal regime around what you want to do.
Yeah.
Into Honorable Kennedy there, as Pepana or Wono, and it does no one, and Odeba. There's a church and near Buano Mremu. Now it's my do person any be idea or an expert to how Buano.
Kobe, Honorable Ken, can he be a very good president?
He's the kind of president we need now in this country.
Why?
Nyomino. Kwesi aboso kakapa mesen team so. Sisi ya Ghana no ade ehia pa enjuma. Na o mampanyini bia no anase mre bia ne mampanyina yafa Agyapong eyini mama emaye.
President Mahama Kodi no o ma shaze. Coding. So also almost funny but say 1 million.
1 million codes. Yes.
1 million code.
Yes.
Yeah, shazo.
Almost 30 months of register about training.
Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe ane mampanyina Agyapong esheda mai yimaye. Maybe na Ghana ni mo ehye cool. Na we yaba sa and I hear mampanyini ku formaye.
Yeah.
Diplomatic, calm person or buy no obia who say, hey, we this is soldier buying the affidavit call. Yeah, restore investor confidence. And a man Ghana heading is fan into my pay fry. So say you know, me proof will be brave, said the Kwesi can in your juma. Yeah, quite a mere shy and it's in by radio soon TV Sweden. And ye mates new colleagues to bow or just what I yamau. Tianom say, Quabana, into 1 year jumebia my it's been boy in year jumebia. Maria University over 10 years ni. Now my colleagues be brave or arehosem say obohana onya adwuma sustainable da ABS easy for equal registration bi ni abefa 2 weeks and okay be na be 6 months time yes pa bia bo ha no ba say adwuma sustainable nim say they be all back account accounts.
Social security, medical security,
social security, be going in Madacro. Now, Obiti say Honorable Kennedy, no. I dare I come cancel the question and say, as president, no. Or some ship back to the private sector. Once MPP, your ideology, a private sector led job creation. If you say, they him say, Abayum Kwa ain't mean fat in Jumana Ohonina, Emma Binye, Ghana for be too quite, Kwa America, UK, do one crown, Ejuma, and Omokoye. Share World Bank in the IMF quite be mutu Ghana for say nipa kra buying a share for more adwuma and a doso ni na akeka ho na ye kwa IMF dream hammer time no ka say ma ye mfa nipa adwuma kra in the public sector ni na boy ni na kra edi ma hammer ba ni nya na wait ma won election to honorable say oba be private sector ono ken Agyapong o share be free. Now, wait me, I bring a bravo when them video be all kind time out or son cry no, if you had just some corporate college, you couldn't stop it. Now, wait me, I bought home or the ambidro be wordry. Only problems are businessmen facing. Only inquire about a fast businessmen are on back home. Now, said or no can Japan, what's me a brain or succeed here? Maybe in Kenya, I buy support the Bukran gave us 8,000 jobs are creating, a bit 30,000 or be bois nipa bebre, I'm on my sec or no can Japan. Inti, and yes, or be a keke, or by my anya, also wow, no, was when your baby is so no can Japan. Ebi Kwame or Baha, Kwame. About media. Oh yeah, excellent. If you are coming, then I perceive you are coming to be and perceive me start a media conglomerate. If you are Oshimwa, Kwame, media don't him deal. If you are technical one, you may win. If you are infidel here, if you cry accounting. I say making sure so sick as some koye no. Unim him this one he be jam wakasa na sick as man koye. I buy me fancy say I'm buying the equipment and yoma abeboa. Yahweniye hu say bia after about 3 years we start profitable. Now what here I'm about just can also akobo bi foforo. Nti abaye make you no. Now abaye hwe ne no say Asian miracle also a discipline. Now said into 2 years city no one find your juma e be chef.
What is the Asian miracle? I'm saying what can but briefly the idea.
Asian miracles or Asian countries now. Until recently, no. Now I'm coming to say but your leaders be Lee Kuan Yew mo and penifo be on video many no. Ele who say Omanda ni your memo on Beketri.
Okay.
Inti Abaye say Ebeboa ankra for. I'm almost so it made no monaso.
Okay.
Sa and it's meaning your company says Samsung.
Okay.
Say obi use Samsung products. Yeah, companies say Hyundai. Hyundai in fact Samsung laptop computer car now you see. Meaning na I buy say ya. Ye de boa ankra for. But no honorable. Ankra here. Upon whom modin say I say Ghana how could na be na so be say oni jonim kra nim say kan Japan woska. But says cannot because of the industrial nature and I'm managed me true sir. Inti said all kinds of everybody per 1,000 or be boama yenya nipa be second Japan be 1,000 e my nim. To say so squad nyame Abronye. African continental free trade area. It just say it's me call Africa ha baby Inti bi ma ma inti enye say bia say or na nipa 1,000 in the baby to second Japan. And they say we here for them crew and the here. But it's Daniel be produce bia no. Say a bro mine production crana would be Burkina Faso, would be Tanzania, would be Rwanda. You be three hashim. Ama say developments and college spiral effects. Ama Africa for you na akwano e bi so benefits.
Kobiamwa is a legal practitioner. Now, Miss Common Ed in common member be a make disturb me and common air de unti was soon adding untis and common ed. Now, lawyer, yeah, I'm sure the last elections, MPP, me sure the honorable candidate, your point is not going as an independent candidate, is going on the ticket of a party. You've lost terribly the last election, see. A bit as under reasons, since a party in the crown, a honya kono. and going to 2028 elections now, a bad day at their partner. Or share the level of defeat most of do you think that Honorable can ginger the grassroots about party to lead the party, just lead the party but win 2028?
Party na honya kono de mame chiro ba bia party de jina sese briefly just a minute na no aba yakoto ye no enya party for 2.1 million mama post okra meto almost party na honya kono na me na me say party nko aho na enya kono, but I came to the conclusion say based on the same data candidate no so na party for them. Okay, the basis is say you fe skirt and blouse and skirt and blouse no oba automa presidential na kwa 20 parliamentary is but for the first time in the history of your party no, close to 400,000 of omombeto about party for no omotoma parliamentary candidate to tia presidential 345,000 plus votes documented, yes. Okay, 345,000 plus votes omotoma parliamentary no to tia presidential your coalition no election no out of 276 constituencies, 199 presidential Lusui. All the coin percentage terms are 72.2% rejection rate. Now, no by a quarter, so far constituency base we did less than 28%. There were 4 regions were her, and they will no binya kasakasa. They be all power in so. So MPP now call MP Abonamane or her 4 regions, you need member of parliament or
na babia musu wo bi kwa bunu nyina mo wan afu nyina mo wan
say okay kan nyama 9 regions no 98 parliamentary seats you move 5 NDC 93.
It's amazing.
You 5 NDC makuma 93 na no aba ekoto ye nde enya de a Ukraine no na unim say they don't want the candidate, they will even come out to vote. Okay. Parliamentary. And the biggest mistake is demonstration of weakness on the election day. Okay? 2020, Electoral Commission my 72 hours, so we make a declaration. Yeah. 72 hours, no so ma Mami Jemensa, ebe making a declaration. Mahama sister will lose it. Okay, open press conference, comfortably. Yeah. Papa is general now, so I make sure see a can am I protecting the MPC now? Because our share presidential no who resource on them. Yeah. But parliamentary na is more the policy station no basis no a coalition settings as an to
go and verify.
It is a parliamentary in and papa strategy na say o Jan na so had protecting the MPs no. Okay. It's okay. 2016 or 169. About 2020 no one beche 137 compared to year. In 2024, the Electoral Commission of Ghana has also given us the same space of 72 hours. Yeah. Less than 15 hours near the Akwajatum. Less than 15 hours near the Akwajatum. Oh, I can also, yes, I said the bear from JB. They are two about 1592 every Sunday. And to consider. Now, I am head of Ghana, a Ghana Police Service, and our boss here, head of Ghana, Commander in Chief of the Ghana Forces. I didn't talk. The OEM is sent only one clear message to the NDC in Kofona Paba. Okay. Into Mikanko Coalition Center, make own declarations. We had to go to the court and use the court to reverse the 7 of the 6 to us. Court in a seat 7 year day. Am I say as my court to the car says sit in move we need you. Na ma mama ni anything. And I'm for a could declare day a mom. Those seats you want them. Kwame Buza also sits in the same anti manko court. I'm a yanko can was. And if you look at the current state of the party, even the decision on the election day, the premature acceptance again contributed to it. Now, just opposing with the fact they say, Abambiaba, onya 8 years. And this is for by 2028, no more than 4 years ago. Now, you probably a man kwakon, so could be a nima kwakon. We are so saying here, Bemo Yoku could do for. Yeah. No, Absantimemu, Kamama, the Casabedia could do Fatana Kono, and then Conquenias. Now, for example, Conquenias and a matron. Now, yes, say. Now we and we are tired and we say we are no Captain Benny so we ship na ship no emergency in the middle of the sea or abandon ship now yeah. As one I last person so best sink with the ship cry you have to sink no one see we crew members and san why they what baby I now one less we didn't see that What they compare to President Muhammad ya. Na ye keka we nyina akosi ye ka we nyina akosi se what they compare to baby a party hijra. Na ne memu ne meburu nyina enu a ye the taxi ne enu na ye de ka ekọ ehọ ye nwa beja na hefa enwumre no.
Na free tafo ba kwadaso.
Na papa bi o me the taxi driver what they cross me. What they cross ye council car dey branded.
Yeah.
Ana sepa ye be ken adwuma enti ye the branded car na buy what the cross them so penny ada na utwika basa sa was me gina ma catch am say some people man fa ken am aye ye yento them say
oh yeah baby adru
yes was me gina ma catch am say man fa ken am aye ye
yento abana
timu call mo no mo nkofo ne nka say ana enye ehon kwa asem ne yeka for in the spirit of revival wo de kodwom e de na dwomfo ma ne ka mo de ken ba e be de e beto wo de tratotum toto do we say masa man fa ken amanye dey ento.
So why is that that disparity, that line between delegates and the people outside? Say I'm focus man fa na ma yen trouble na delegates so we say we are near the neko. It means what? I don't know.
Last election,
yeah.
Unfortunately, President Akufo-Addo's regime no one control over the party.
Yeah.
That is how leadership is.
Yeah.
Now, her last election, na sebio. When I say election, then you free and fair.
Okay.
But now, in terms of leadership influence, they are more skewed.
Yeah.
Because now no election, you had about 137 MPs. So many
yeah.
It's not. I mean, it doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Any possible. Nipa bia or conscience.
Yeah.
Me change jurisprudence or law school.
Yeah.
Nipa bia has the ability to reason rationally. Until any possible say 137 in
yeah.
Who you free over 6,000 appointees. No money in the back of which. Until man some sense of validation be. Say on na pay party near the etch. But in the end, say President Akufo-Addo na year shipping a man. Who you free what 276 MMDCs. You dare not. One more Muka say, and I dare say Dr. Bawumia brow brain in how people feel say he was a beneficiary of a certain crude system. Because Nipa be 123 MPC MMDC you mufrim ni. Yes, omu nyina ya ala no mo support Bawumia course. Nti ukura be de ehu be de ebebo. What about the chairman? The 276 constituency chairman, no pompo, you become the co-chairman of Bawumia's campaign in the last premise. 17 constituencies executives. You dare not. So we come back before from. Dinena, I say, the good thing is that President Akufo-Addo no go fast shape on the bio, and they were safe him. Was it shape on one they contribute? Dr. Brian Champon, so no so can ho.
Yeah.
One also one class one day on could be one class of contest. One also fan shape on also day. Was one also the cop. Or what could do? Me am a boss, Dr. I said
yeah.
So no supervise.
Yeah.
And now also so on the unbelieving in it to be. Come on, Agyapong. No, Dr. Bawumia campaign strategy.
Yeah.
Also unbelieving in it to be. And now, baby, a problem now in relation to your question here, what the people were used to.
Yeah.
And I would say Ghanaians naturally we are conservative.
Yeah.
And how they will be able to transition to accept the reality. Now, no has to do with messaging. And a contact now no more de kasaka and no me catch up me say offer 210,000 delegates e betwa now they compare to 18 million voters na to be 210,000 over 18 million times 100%.
Yeah.
1.1%. And here party I say here 2 years here 1.1%, just 1%, no 2% of the general voter population. And this year see be see in the there or man for no air one who you be seeing will be there between a BS Bible. Brana Yankopon so be Israel for him. Na Israel for such a Yame and Momu, a hina or no Mutimia Konem, and then a Hokasa. One more pray. A chain Yankopon the soya day, a mom. Na a fee, Musi a penny, Nafi Diaba. No Musa Kura did him at the Jatoya day, a koi, and then Yankopon the David day. To be the last lesson, and Yame saw 70 a day, a buy. Okoye no man for no rejected. So was rejected. New David de ever. Dimidi says wait dear. A coin be our says in the party for the casa. One was only in the yeah. Omukojo, almost the Ghana for Oka. Omukasor, almost the Ghana for the Eka. Men I catch or say, Kwame, I dare say, if he said be in Pediasa, can neck money. But the love was shown to you, no cremophone, yet to a bad nebby 200 Bawumia, Gremofocus and Fakem on better.
Yeah.
Because he's been consistent and charitable with them.
Yeah.
Who's now by Kotoyam? If you be home advantage. Maybe for Santia to me. Maybe call us if you have a course I will go for the domain for one day.
Yeah.
And for so one day. Maybe into Dr. Bawumia's work, I say, oh, we feel not free the north for any day. Interestingly, Akufo-Addo outperformed Dr. Bawumia by 16% comparing 2020 to 2024 votes.
Even though he doesn't come from that part.
Yes. When they compare Dr. Bawumia to Akufo-Addo's votes in the northern parts of the country by 16%. And then today, say in the spirit of revival, say you praise we domain.
Yeah.
Santiago. I told they say if you be in Kenya,
yeah.
So that it made the domain for a copper church.
Yeah.
Near Kofa or go so far a day. And I said, be a domain for an audio.
But make Kenya,
yes. O make Kenya. But be a you to know a corner. What if a bull light for case he was 70 Nante?
Oh, yeah.
Because me one budget is so much the umbrella they can't be, we can't say same thing about any of the other candidates. Or no more uniqueness. There is no way so we to downplay the intelligence of Dr. Bawumia.
Yeah.
Or heavy pay. But the current circumstances, we didn't even have any basis presented even in the last election. It may not be him, but the circumstances affecting him. Oh, Adia Unimujo, our Koya Umpi, the Pajiwa Tumuye. Economy. Oh, Adia campaigning on President Akufo-Addo so over FX economy. Oh, by and online this if I found 1:4.
Yeah.
Now I say Mahama incompetent. Unimyo. But who free so? Adia what the ball was for him. Now the call for 17. Says I may no say. I told him the about 12. And so but the girl I'm saying you so no for Ghana I'm saying you. Me first me Highlander na me talk 4,003.
Yeah.
Me MPP new. Is it me